This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. All right. So I have to watch the room for if Heather, this woman Heather comes in. Because Mary just left. So, all right, folks. So these are the last standing. So I guess there's the three of us. Cheryl's is here as a public meeting. So I think you all saw. Well, anyway, I'll get into the updates in a minute. So I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:03 p.m. We don't have a secretary anymore, so I'm going to try to take notes and run the meeting at the same time. Meeting start. I'm just writing notes, so please bear with me. Stephen and Deanne and Hank. We have quorum because there's only three of us. All right. So a couple of things here, folks. Happy New Year. So as you know through the email, Cheryl, Ashley, and Liz have all resigned. Those have been sent to Brian, as well as Mary was CC'd, so they're all aware at this point. They all actually shared some feedback, constructive feedback. Where that goes, I'm not sure, but they have it. And so, that's where we're at. So this is where we're at. It's a new year, new calendar year, and I'm here. I'm gonna stay with it for a little bit longer, at least. Stephen and Deanne, you both expressed that you want to stay with it, and if that changes, of course, let me know. As we talked about a little bit at the right before the tree lighting, we talked about just kind of regrouping after the new year and figuring out what our next steps are. And that's what I hope to do tonight. I did set up a meeting and met with Brian, over 2 weeks ago. Obviously, we asked a question about our role with parks. We got some answers, and they are what they are. And obviously, they have changed from when Cheryl was helping, form this and lead this over the last 10 years. And for me, I've accepted that and just going to move forward based on that guidance. And that's where I think we'll go. If you don't agree, obviously, you could make a choice, or you could speak up, and we could have a conversation about it tonight, or you make some changes in what you want to do on this committee. So I'm looking to reshuffle a little bit. I've talked to Brian about, and I actually talked to Bill Johnson a little bit about maybe a little bit of a refocus. I'm thinking about, so we clearly have some oversight of the playgrounds, not the parks. And so I'm cool with sticking with helping support the playgrounds. And I'm also think that we should just change our name and not have parks in our name, so it's not confusing to anybody. And I think that, even though parks or playgrounds has been a big part of this work, and more so in the past, and it looks like maybe moving forward, as far as our authority and jurisdiction and what we do or not do, I feel like events has been definitely a staple or like a major point of what we do. And so I'm going to suggest today that we hone in on that and we do what we think we're good at. We have some really good staple events. And then I still want to advocate for adding recreation into. So we had talked about a cornhole tournament or some volleyball or, things like that for the town. So I just want to backtrack. I said to Brian, I want to know, so I could tell the committee, what are we actually responsible for now, according to his interpretation of the paperwork, the town charter, et cetera, et cetera. And so I took some notes. And so again, it's the playgrounds. Now, Sweeney is interesting because Sweeney is the playground, right? We don't do a lot of extra stuff up there. There's no real plans for using that space other than a playground. So I consider that whole area the playground. it's really the Winchester Park is, the contentious conversations we've had. But anyway, for the playgrounds, it's for the playground, not the space outside. We would set the rules. So for instance, when COVID happened, we set the rules that it was, at one point we closed the playground, right? And then at one point we did carry in, carry out trash. That's what we do. That's what we can do and we'll continue to do. We could certainly do events in the playground or for the playground. Brian is going to look to us as an advisory group to the town administrator. So if there are issues, major issues, our job is to notify the town administrator and ultimately the Board of Selectmen of those issues. And we've done that. We've been the ears and the eyes and expressed our concerns specifically about Winchester Park and the issues there. We also talked about having, and I like this a lot, is having DPW actually be part of Parks and or playgrounds and recreation or playgrounds and events, or not a voting member, but actually come to our meetings. And obviously tonight, I wanted to run things by you all first before we did it, but it makes sense because in my mind, it makes sense because we do depend on, or we should be depending on DPW to they do a lot. Like if we need a swing changed out, we contact DPW. They do the work. If we're going to spread mulch, they have machinery that could help us get the chips out, things like that. So I think it makes sense to have a better line of communication with Randy and the DPW. So I like that idea. And then again, we still have a budget. I'm going to get into budget in a little bit. We still have a budget to replace, general equipment. If we need like I said earlier, we never did it, but we talked about replacing some of and we can certainly relook at this as the weather gets nicer and the parks are starting to be used, the kid swings, the baby swings. So there's money in there to do that. And I think that's within, but when we're talking about like overall, replacing the entire playground, that's not within our jurisdiction, or we could give recommendations. We could talk about that, but we're not going to have the budget to do that. Now, what I did say to Brian is that, I said, Brian, if we do this, I think it's important that playgrounds and whatever we call ourselves, parks and rec, playgrounds and events, that we're part of the conversations from the start around, especially if it's around moving the playground.
Well, I don't know where you went.
Oh, you there? Can you hear me, Deanne? Deanne? Deanne, you still there? I've probably been talking for 20 minutes and Deanne's not even listening. Shoot. Deanne, you there? Right. Well, Steve, I'm just going to wait and see a second. I hate to keep going if she's not even hearing this.
I think she just excuse me. I think she just lost service because her little icon disappeared for a second.
Oh, Deanne, you there?
Did your hot dog sandwich, huh? Look at that, huh?
On meeting.
You know what?
Meeting.
Deanne,
Hello?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's very
Have you-
low, but I lost
you been-
from, I pulled in my garage and I lost you. I don't know.
Okay, so have you been hearing everything I've been saying, or do I need to repeat
Yeah.
everything? Okay.
Yeah, I heard just for the last minute, up to
Okay.
parks and you're talking about the DPW.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
coming on me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So the last part is that what I was saying is that one of the things I really stressed with Brian is that we're part of we're called to the table when it comes specifically to Winchester Park and any changes that are going to be made and relocations of the if there's any relocations of the playground, etc. And he agreed to that. He said absolutely, he understands. So now we'll see, right? Time will tell. But I've been very clear. So, and I said, that's all we really ever asked for in the beginning is open communication and being included. If we're being asked to support the playgrounds, Winchester Playground, then we should have a seat at the table when they're talking about bigger, larger scale plans. And so I expressed that pretty clearly with him. So, we'll see. So my suggestion, and I would like to, it's only the three of us, I would like to get a vote is, and I don't know if that's the right, I don't know what the hell the right name is. Like, I wish we had if someone has a good idea for a creative name, but I think we should reflect that, based on everything we learned over the last 6 months, we should be more definitive and just say we're playgrounds and events as what
I don't know. The only problem with that is that when you say Sweeney, right, that is our, like, say, territory, I don't know, lack of a better word.
Yeah,
And that is the whole park area
right.
that we could still, be responsible for, right? So I think
Yeah.
then if you get to just playground, then people aren't gonna know, like the walking path and the dog, area, whatever.
Yeah.
We're still responsible for that. So then I think then if you're cutting it down to playground, and they're gonna get confused,
Yeah, I do. But my understanding is that we're not, like, literally, I think this, according to Deb Phillips, who he consulted with, which is the town's attorney, according to the paperwork, we're in charge of the playground part. So,
Even at Sweeney,
I gotta be honest.
because I
and-
thought everybody that has ever told me about it said that is the whole area.
Yeah. The focus has been for the last 6 months is Winchester Park. So we barely talk about Sweeney, right?
Right.
So I'm not,
Well, that's
it's
what
just,
I'm saying.
Cheryl,
I
I don't
hate
mind just, yeah.
That Sweeney gets
Cheryl-
swept under the rug, and then we lose that too. I
I
mean,
know.
we put in the walking path. So how
I-
could we not have
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
I think as far as Sweeney, I think you guys control it all. You have the authority over it all. I
Mhm.
mean, it's right in the name. It's it is Sweeney Memorial Playground. It's not park. So
oh. Okay,
it's Sweeney Memorial
Oh, it
Playground.
is.
okay,
Yeah.
So
So
that
changing our
whole
name to
area is
playground will
considered the
cover that.
playground.
yeah,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Cheryl,
And-
that's,
Yeah, you're welcome. And I have a suggestion for a
Yeah,
name
go ahead.
change.
good,
Just looking at other places in Winchendon and other towns, I mean, you could just be the recreation committee. And that
Oh.
sort of covers playgrounds, activities, events.
oh. Okay.
Their
Thank
parks
you.
committee, like from other towns, I've seen the recreation committee does events and the recreation does playgrounds and
Yeah,
So
so we
just-
call ourselves recreation committee, but then we define it or sell it that we do playgrounds, events and recreation. I like that because I feel like it's a mouthful, playgrounds and events and recreation. So good. Thank you for the suggestion, Cheryl.
Yeah.
So what was I missed that? What did you say to call it?
Recreation committee.
Oh, I like that because that kind of covers everything. Recreation.
Yeah.
Yeah. An event is recreation. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Short and sweet.
yeah. I like it too. Okay, so I'm looking to see, so I mean, any other discussion, but I'm looking to see, I think it's important. I want to make sure that, the members that are left, that we have buy-in and, so I would love a motion and a vote on, then it looks like, changing and by the way, I got to then propose it up to Brian and I'm sure Brian will go to the board, but I already primed the pump. I don't anticipate major resistance to it, but I just want to make sure that I think we should be the ones like bringing it up. So I want to vote first and then I'll bring it to Brian. So so I guess I'll be looking for a motion to change our name to Recreation Committee. That obviously will then support our playground, the two playgrounds, events and recreational type activities. So
All right. So moved or motioned or whatever the term
yeah,
is.
no, so moved. That's right, Stephen. So obviously, Deanne, you'll have to second it if you agree.
I second it.
Okay, so moved by, I am writing a couple of notes. Second by Deanne. Deanne, I'm not Deanne, any discussion on the motion? Okay.
No.
All right, all in favor, so it's just the three of us, just say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Deanne, you in favor?
Yep.
Okay, 3 yeses.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
motion
try to-
carries. Good. So I'll propose, I'll write this up and propose this up to Brian and just let him know that this is what we voted on. But again, remembering that this is a town administrator committee, so he has ultimate final approval. But I thought it was important to get our buy-in before Brian even, before we even bring it up to him. All right, awesome. I love that. Thank you, Cheryl, for that input. That's a great, I didn't think of that. I think it's a perfect name for us. Very
Yeah,
good.
well, thank all the other towns I looked at.
Ah, nice.
I just want to throw one thing
Yeah,
in.
please. Yeah.
I would imagine Brian would approve this,
Yeah.
as far as the Facebook page, I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know if you can change the name. So,
Oh,
I don't
Oh.
know how you're gonna move forward with that. One person somebody could probably contact is Kelly Hansen, because she actually changed her JR Briggs parent page to, what was the residence page, and she was able to keep all the members.
yeah.
So I don't know how you go about doing that, but just something to think about in the future, just to stay consistent and get it out
Right.
there, what you guys, the new group is.
You can't as an admin, you can't edit that?
You can try.
Oh, all right. I have no idea, so that's a great
Well,
question.
I don't know if there's a Facebook group, and
Yeah,
then there's a Facebook page,
Yeah.
and they have different limitations and things you can do. So just
Okay.
throwing it out there to when this is all solidified to change Facebook.
No, I appreciate that. Thanks. All right. Can you all see my screen?
I'm trying to join on my laptop so I can hear you
Oh.
better. 'Cause-
All right, Steve, you can see it though?
Yeah,
Right.
I can see it.
All right, so I pulled up the budget, the FY '23 budget. Deanne, I apologize for going around you and just putting this in. It just came up pretty quick and I just,
Listen, it's perfectly fine.
okay,
I'm so busy, like anything,
Okay. all right.
it's a help. It's
All
fine.
right, all right. So a few things is I did talk to Brian about this. I did actually ask for more money, whether we get it is another story, but it sounded optimistic actually. And I changed sort of, I changed a little bit about how the budget is. Instead of locking us in or pigeonholing us into certain events, I made it more broader stroke. And it gives us, I think, as a committee, some really autonomy and opportunity to be a little more, be creative in what we want to offer. Because we used to say, we had in our budget, like we were going to do like the ice skating bonfire or whatever. Well, we haven't done that in like 3 years. So, why list that specific, So, but I'll go through it real quick especially if you can't pull it up or see my screen. But I kept energy and utilities the same, which is basically the porta potties. Well, no, I upped it based on the prices that we had this past year, 160 a month per porta potty, which is 320 for the two. That was the price they charged.
Excuse me for 1 second.
What?
Excuse me for 1 second. Who's the host of this to let me in on my laptop?
Oh, me. Sorry, hold on.
Oh,
One
can you?
second. Yeah.
I
I'm
know my
not on that.
phone, for some reason, the volume went way down. I can't,
Oh, no, it's okay. And I appreciate that because,
can hardly hear you, so
yep, hold on. I just
I'm
gotta
gonna do
figure
it
out
on my
where.
laptop.
So I'm not in the, oh, gee, here it is. Got it. I don't see you all as much because I'm on my screen, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
and we cannot see your screen, by the way, Hank.
Oh, Steve said he could.
I
Steve,
saw it just look white.
Steve's
That's
muted.
fine.
Oh.
Steve,
Steve,
you're
you can't-
muted.
It just went white a couple minutes, like a minute ago.
Can you see it now?
It's just white screen.
Oh,
That's
all
it.
right, hold on. Huh,
Oh, that's what that box was? That like appeared on my screen? Was that supposed to be his screen?
Yeah, it's just a white.
Oh, I see that.
Meeting is being recorded. Okay.
all right. Let me try again. Did you see it before, Steve?
For just for a second, and then it went
Oh.
away.
All right, let me try again. Come on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Can you see it now?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, sorry about that.
that's cool.
So I put I got obviously porta potties in. I don't even know what water electric's for, but we always had $60. So I just left that in there. I have no idea what we pay. on
What's that?
Like
Oh, the
$4.50
electric is
$4.50
$4.50
a
a
month.
month.
Oh,
Oh, I'll
right.
shut up. I said I'd shut up.
no, it's okay, Cheryl.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
Deanne.
fine.
Yeah, I don't mind your input. So I changed repair. So I went ahead and Cheryl, based on numbers you've given me, I put in for sand, 8 yards of sand, and then 50 yards per park for mulch for playground chips. So that based on the price, so that is built in there. And then I put each park $2,000 for equipment and repair. So again, that's if we needed a new swing or something like that. It's not a ton of money, but it's money. I kept admin supplies at 300. That was what's been in there. Programs is what I upped. And so this is a lot different. and It looks a lot different, Cheryl and Deanne, to you. Is I was trying to be, and I got a little pushback already from Brian. I don't know if he's going to do it because he asked me like, well, how many concerts are you going to do? I was like, well, I don't know yet. I want to leave it open. I want to team up with concerts. Like I want to team up with some other committees and see if we can collaborate. Like maybe we do farmers market, maybe we do the cultural committee. And so I think there's other ways there, So I basically budgeted like more general, like $5,000 for entertainment. So that's like bands and DJ, whatever we want to do. Decorations, $4,000 for, minimally we do 4 major events a year. Obviously the lights, we know it's $3,200 to do lights. I put $2,000 in for some recreational type stuff. I actually put in $500 for a new tree, a new Christmas tree. I don't even know if that's the cost. I tried looking them up. I could not find a place, but I was like, I'll put it in there. And then,
Hey,
yeah.
the tree that we currently have was $400.
Oh,
And Steve Nims at the DPW worked with, there's a guy that, well, at the time lived in
Right.
town. I imagine
Right.
he still does, but he works at a nursery.
oh,
But
cool.
if they can find that bill and figure out who that guy is.
All right, I will. So $500 is not too far off then.
Yeah,
I just think our tree is pretty sad.
no, it really is.
Yeah. So, and then we're due for new lights. And you can see there, and I think it was 5 years. I asked Cheryl a little bit back, and it was 5 years ago when we bought the lights. So I'm thinking every 5 years, we're gonna have to think about buying new lights. So I put in that.
I think
budget
that's a
there.
very low price. I hate to say.
No, that's based on what Cheryl gave me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, that was from 5
years ago.
years ago, but
yeah. It was
um,
160. I think you did 170 or 60 something strings, Cheryl.
yeah,
And,
165, I think.
Yeah, so I did 150 because some of our strings still work.
Oh, I'm thinking for like the original time that we bought them. I
Yeah,
think it was like over 3,000. That's why
no, because
Oh.
Cheryl also did like the high school lights.
right,
and
the
some other-
second-
I didn't put that in here. I just put these
Yeah.
little lights for the big
Yeah.
trees. Yeah. So that's what Brian has. So it's definitely more. It's almost a $30,000 budget, and whether it gets approved or not, I don't know. So I'm open. I mean, Brian's still working on it. So if I did something way off, feel free. I'm gonna, let me know and I'll go back to him. But I just want you to know that's what he needed it by the 21st of January. I got him to him on Monday, the 20th, whatever that day, the 23rd. So he has it now.
Well, I mean, sorry, I'll let the committee speak first, then I'll.
No. Yeah.
I
I mean,
think you did a really good job, Hank. I love how it's general because,
Yeah.
I felt that constriction with concerts
Yeah.
because it said concerts 5,000. Now, we never went to 5,000 on
Right.
concerts.
Right.
So if you have to cut some, I mean, there's money in there that you could
Right.
actually cut. So that's
Right.
good.
Right. No, I agree with you. Anybody else? Deanne, do you have a thought as a treasurer? Does that look okay to you?
no, I liked it. Yeah. I mean, obviously we might not get what you asked for, but
Yeah.
we can
But
cut
he
back to
seemed-
different areas,
Yeah. But Brian seemed supportive of it, honestly. And he also seemed, he understood that we needed new lights for next year. So, and that every couple of years, we're gonna have to think about that.
Yep.
Because the lights just stunk. Unfortunately, have you noticed the lights are down already? I know last year we left them up a little longer, but 2 trees were out right away, as you know, and a third tree went out. I'm like,
Third trees now, yeah.
this is ridiculous. I was like so frustrated. And I went and I changed fuses. I tried new cords. I tried all kind. I think the water probably got into some of the, 1 or 2 of the strings, and it just kept shorting them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
So
they all
that's a
worked
question.
that first night.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
great the first night. Yeah. Cheryl, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so I know they want us to take these down and up. I think
Uh-huh.
it's so expensive to do so.
Uh-huh.
The way they're done now is far less ugly than they were,
Yeah.
coming off from town hall and strings hanging. Steve mentioned it might be the law that they have to come down,
Oh,
but I don't know. I mean, I really question that 3,200. It's a lot of money. You're spending 2,500 on lights.
yeah.
You know, I just something to think about, something to
Yeah.
ponder. Do you really have to keep taking them down and up and
Yeah.
down and
Yeah, on the other hand, I think they look kind of dumb up in the summer.
well, are they noticeable? Really? Are they really noticeable in the summer with leaves?
Yeah, I
and
know.
stuff?
Yeah, because all the leaves are on the tree, right? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I
It's
don't know
valid
either.
point. Yeah, valid point. I
I'd
mean, we
really
did,
like to know from other towns if they,
they
yeah.
take, I know Fitchburg takes them up and down because I drive through there
But,
and they're coming,
yeah, but,
I
or
show them
even
taking,
like
Yeah.
who they have do it and their prices, their costs, you know?
Yeah,
Like, where do we
yeah.
Find out that information.
right. So speaking of taking the lights down, Steve, I know you took the lead on putting our portion of the lights. Can you coordinate with us we have to go at when it's warm, a little warmer at some point. We gotta take our portion of the lights down.
So I'm out of work right now, so
Oh,
I can take them down tomorrow.
oh, that would be, if you're up for it, they have to all come down. So
Yeah, I can take care of that.
I did it
tomorrow.
all by
mean,
myself last year and I did it
Yeah.
I did it in like in a half hour. All
Yeah, and I have the key for the shed, so I can put them all back in there. And
right, thank you.
yeah, no problem.
All right, good. All right, my last agenda item today is the egg hunt. So that, I think that'll be our first and next event for this, for this calendar year. I know we tentatively picked a date of 4/9, April 9th. Easter is on April 17th, so it's late this year. I actually have a conflict. I have a school, I have an event at the university on Saturday the 9th. So I wanted to see if anybody's against Sunday the 10th. It is Palm Sunday, but I figured if we did something like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's after all the masses and all that. It might be actually fun, for families, something to do on Palm Sunday. But on the other hand, families might get together with families. I don't know. I mean, Easter obviously is a big family day, right? So anybody have thoughts on that or object to that?
It's fine with me.
Deanne?
Yeah, possible.
It's what?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah, I just can't,
So,
if you want to
just-
keep it on the 9th, then is it in the?
No, not the 9th. I was just thinking like, what if we moved it early, like to the 2nd?
Oh, we could.
You know, it doesn't have to be the week before Easter,
You're
right?
right. What? I don't know. Yeah, we could do the Saturday. You both prefer like a Saturday? You think a Saturday is better for families than a Sunday?
To me, it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
Weekends are all
I don't have a
family
strong
time for me.
Yeah. Deanne, would you rather do it on 9/2? I mean 4/2?
I think Saturdays are just easier.
Okay, that's fair. So let's do it. Why don't we pick
We've
4/2?
always had them on Saturdays, so, I don't know.
What would you say, Deanne?
I mean, we've always had them on Saturdays, so I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, it doesn't matter that much.
no, that's okay. I'm good with that. Are you okay with that, Steve?
Yeah, that's fine with
Right.
me either day.
Right. Is there anything else in town that we know about that's going on that we might be conflicting with?
I
Do
can
does
check
anybody
the
know
town
what the
calendar.
Easter Bunny, does the Briggs do the Easter Bunny thing anymore?
Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it the following week.
All right, so
They
that
had
might be good.
They contacted us to see what day we were doing it, so we didn't have it on the same day. We typically don't get a great turnout when they're on the same day.
Oh, so it's a good thing then.
So
Yeah,
there's,
we don't want to be on the same day.
they're
What,
definitely
Dean?
having theirs on the 9th.
Yeah, guys.
Let me stand by.
Yeah.
I'll go
That'd
check right now.
You're saying Briggs is on the 9th?
No, well, ours was on the 9th, right?
Yeah, I know.
So theirs was the 16th, I believe.
Oh, okay, so Easter, right before Easter.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me
So
double
I
check.
think, let's do the second then. Okay.
Okay.
When do we usually start at 1 o'clock?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
Good.
it's one. Yeah, like
Okay.
1 to 3.
1 to 3, okay. Last question for today, and then we will then, obviously, their next meeting will be starting to really start planning this baby out, but we have time. Where do we want to do it? Do we want to do it at Briggs again? Do we want to go back to the high school? Do we want to do it at one of the parks?
I think we might have to wait until we see where the weather's at then,
Yeah.
Right, how much
How much
snow
snow
we
we
get.
have down? Yes.
Yeah.
Deanne?
What was that? I didn't hear the question.
Oh, my question is, where do we want to do it?
Oh,
Where-
yeah, I
I've seen
agree
at the
with
high
Steve.
school.
I heard him say to wait, and see how much snow we have. If we've got mounds, be harder to have in the,
Yeah, but I,
but
it's we gotta decide sooner. I mean, I get it, Steve, but at some
I
point. we
would
gotta
think
pick a-
Winchester Park.
At Winchester Park again?
I mean,
Yeah.
no, well, yeah, we typically
So-
do have a good turnout there, but
Yeah,
When we
Eric?
did Briggs, it was sort of a cluster because
okay,
of the snow in the field.
yes, I
That's brand
remember that.
new. Also with the snow, it was really, it was terrible at
I
Briggs.
remember, yeah.
Yeah. I would
So-
say stick with your Winchester Park.
Winchester Park, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
unless you
I've
guys
seen-
want to bring attention to Sweeney because Winchester Park Playground is really unsafe and no one should be
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we've done it, I mean, the years I've been involved, we've done it at Sweeney, we've done it at Briggs, we've done it on the turf field, the high school,
Yeah.
and we've done it at Winchester Park. So actually, all 4 years, we've done it at a different location.
So I was thinking Sweeney too, but I mean, because we want to try to get some more focus over there, I guess, to make people more aware of it.
It's a nice space,
and it's big, yeah.
yeah.
And if there is a bunch of snow, maybe DPW could clear off the walking path and we could do it around that, or
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, let's do it. Let's do Sweeney,
Sweeney.
4-2, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And Briggs is 3/28
Briggs is what?
on March 28th.
Oh, it's before us then.
Yeah, I thought it was the week after.
All right, but that's good though. I think it's good, and then people have something to do each weekend,
Yeah, I like it.
All right,
me too.
awesome. I'll let the town know, and then we'll start planning that soon. We'll start planning at our next meeting, which I don't know when is it yet, but we'll get it on the book soon. Looks like Heather didn't make it tonight, so I'll just touch base with her.
Okay.
Now we have a little bit of a refocus. I'm gonna put let's start recruiting, the open seats, and let folks know that we have a little bit of a refocus, and maybe people that weren't as much interested in parks might be more interested in events or rec, might join us, right? Where the other way around, Liz and Ashley were more interested in the parks and now left, right? So, and I'll put a post up on our Facebook too, just like promoting that we have 4 open seats. Because remember, we have 7 total, so.
All right.
All right, any other questions, comments for the good of the order, or otherwise we could adjourn?
Sounds good. I like the
Right.
name.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So
I'll make a
moved.
motion.
All right, I think Steve moved it first, seconded by
Second.
Deanne. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. A nice, good. quick
Thanks for
meeting.
all your work. Thanks
Oh,
for
you
doing
got it.
that.
You
that,
got
Bye,
it.
guys.
Bye. Thanks for being
Bye,
here,
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
Steve.
everybody.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.